The study of knowledge.
Yeah.
Epistemology. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you know that part.
Yeah, because I studied a lot about philosophy, ethics, epistemology. I read so many books on this, on mental blueprints, so I had to come across epistemology, right? So once I studied epistemology, I really got to understand who I truly am, and I got to understand how to dissect certain concepts in the right manner,
Yeah.
understand how sources are validated. So
Yeah. Nice. Cool. That's kind of exactly what we want to talk about. Are you a student here?
oh yes, unfortunately.
Why, unfortunately?
Because my dream is boxing, and right now I'm closing deals as a merger and acquisition analyst. So I'm doing this to honor my parents' commitment
Okay.
of an undergrad degree. I
Nice.
promise them I don't go back on my word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
What's your degree in?
marketing, unfortunately, second
Marketing.
year.
Okay. It's like, you're like, this is all unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. This is.
You're
this
like,
is.
this is wasted knowledge.
But I'm really enjoying this conversation. I gotta be very honest.
Yeah.
Wait now, just out of curiosity, Mr. David, correct?
Yes.
How old do you think I am? She said 23. The other guy said 26, I believe.
That kind of tainted my. I was gonna say. I'll say 20.
20. And yourself?
How old do I think you are?
Now that guy was closer, 26.
Oh, you just gave it away.
No, I said closer. I not say the precise number.
Trying to ignore everyone else's guesses. 22.
22.
Is that how old you are? No.
Unfortunately not. That's not the precise number. That's not the precise number, that's for sure. Epistemology teaches me two
You're
things.
like, you don't get to know. We have to guess right to find
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
right?
Epistemology teaches me two things.
All right.
Precision is a different thing. Accuracy is a different thing. Third one, relevance is a different thing. And significance are four different things altogether.
Okay.
So precision is key.
Precision is
Yeah,
key.
because me, I'm very specific with everything I want because I don't want to leave it. What's the word? Ambiguity. I hate
Yes.
ambiguity. I want to know. Okay, this is exactly where we are at.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. I'm so sorry.
No, you're totally good.
Explain what we were doing.
He said we're just thinking a YouTube video, and if I have more time. Now, I consent to whatever. Just don't physically touch me. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're welcome to explain it. If you need help with that, I'm here to
Yeah.
do that. Whatever you need.
Oh, I don't believe an explanation would be required. I'm just enjoying what's happening.
Yeah.
It might be helpful to have an idea of what our goal is,
Beautiful.
so that we can kind of both reach our goals.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So,
I want to tell you, Andy, this is the first time I've actually sat down and talked to someone on this. I'm a huge fan of this, and I've watched a lot of people do it, but this is my first time.
Oh, trust me, this is gonna be the best
easy
time.
On me.
This is gonna be your best.
Okay, good, awesome. I'll peek right now at the beginning. Good. Okay. So yeah, what we're doing is we are.
If this goes well, I'll give you the precise age.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, are you gonna tell us now?
Yeah. No. If this goes well.
Oh.
So at the
okay,
end.
Okay. All right.
So
all
now
right,
you have an
let's make this
incentive to
happen.
do
Let's
very
make this
well.
happen. Okay. So what we're doing is you can pick any belief you have, and we want to examine why you believe it's true.
Perfect. Let's run it.
Let's do it. What do you believe? What's like something that's important to you, a belief, or it could be, I believe in a God, I believe in ghosts, I believe
So it can be any belief in particular?
any belief.
Well, a certain belief, a core belief of mine is I am always responsible for the situation I am put under, and I'm responsible for the way I react to that particular situation. That is a core belief that I have. It is a belief no one can take away or no one can ever shake within me.
You are always responsible.
It's unshakable belief, really.
Okay. Do you think this is one?
Yeah, this is great.
Okay. This one's gonna make me think. So that's good. In fact, I may need to use the cheat sheet on this one.
Perfect.
So what do you mean by responsible?
So responsible, now if you dissect the word responsible, so your ability to respond is actually what it means. Now you always have that inherent ability to respond to all situations, whether you are proactive or not really proactive, whether you take initiative or not, you consciously or subconsciously are reacting and responding to the current situation you are put under, with respect to the circumstances, of course.
And just to clarify again, because I should have written it down right when you said it, I am always responsible for what I think and believe. Is that what you said? Or
I'm always responsible for the actions I take.
For the actions I take. Okay, cool. Let me just cross that out.
Always.
For the actions I take. Okay. And I just asked you to define responsible. You said that
The
like
ability
that's
to respond
the ability to
positively.
respond.
At least that's the way I would define it. That's what I
Positively.
refer to. The
Okay.
ability to respond positively given any circumstance, any scenario, any time, place, and space. That's the
Okay.
way I define it.
Okay. Um, so like where, on what basis do you have that belief? Like what made you start to believe that? Did you always believe that?
Well, I understood there's this term called locus of control.
Uh-huh.
Now, that basically refers to what can you control really? Can I control the weather? Not really. Can I control the air? Not really. Can I control how much oxygen is within the air? Not really. Can I control how much sunlight I'm receiving? Not really. Can I control
Yeah.
what time it is? Not really. But what can I control? Now, I can control my words, my thoughts, my actions. Those three things. And the byproduct of the words, the thoughts, and actions that I architect and I use in my life and utilize really determines the direction in which I'm headed. So I can control my words, my thoughts, and my actions, correct? And since I can determine my words, thoughts, and actions, not just determine, I can even act on these.
Yes,
And
yes,
I'm
yes.
responsibly acting on these.
Yes.
That means positively, with a sense of positive intent, I'm using these words, thoughts, and actions to respond to any situation I'm put under,
Okay.
to head in a particular direction.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder, do you think believing this, like what do you think the belief is doing for you? Or do you not care? Like if this belief didn't help you out at all, would you still believe it? Do you think it's helping you?
I believe only in things that are true or that I find true and that are positive for myself.
Okay.
So, and when I use the word belief, belief is an axiom, right? Now, if I believe God is one, is there any sentiment behind that particular belief? No.
Okay.
Given this particular conversation and perspective, correct?
Yeah.
Now, is there any axiom in this particular conversation? Yes, the axiom is I am in complete control in terms of my thoughts, my actions, and my behaviors all the time.
Yes, I agree with that.
Right.
In fact, do you think that's ever not true for someone? Do you think someone could not be
No,
in
I
control?
think if everyone had that mental perspective and that mental blueprint and that outlook on life, that they are in complete control of their words, their thoughts, and actions, and they have that ability to respond positively regardless of the circumstance and scenario, they can do unimaginable things, positively, of course, right? They
Yeah.
can do unimaginable things. They can do great things.
Okay.
Me, I'm an individual who always looked up to great sports athletes, Michael Jordan, Novak Djokovic, what's his name? Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Michael Phelps.
Yep.
And as I studied their stories, I understood it took them an unshakable amount of discipline, and it took them an unshakable amount of faith to believe in themselves. And those two things taught me that you're always in control of everything, at least in terms of your words, your thoughts, and actions.
When I look at this, so I'm always responsible for the actions I take. How confident are you that that's true?
100% confident.
100%?
Now,
Okay.
if I could give it 120%, I would. But mathematically,
yeah.
that would not.
Do you think anything would make you believe it 120%? Like I know it's mathematically
Yeah,
not possible. Is there something that would make you believe it more than you do? Or are you like
I completely believe in it. I completely believe in it.
Okay.
100%. No one can ever make me doubt that particular belief ever. Because me, I mentally brainwash myself into positivity. I never deal with anything in terms of pessimism.
okay.
I deal with all situations positively. Now, are there times I falter and maybe I might react a bit negatively? Perhaps yes.
Yeah,
Perhaps
okay.
yes. But in most cases, I react to everything in a positive manner. I understand everything is a part of life. Life is there to teach you.
Yeah.
And that's the outlook I have. That's the perspective I have. And I've designed this perspective since the age of 15.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened at 15 that made you design it?
Well, at 15, I got into this whole period of personal development because I read this book, fantastic book, the Bible.
Okay.
And the
cool.
Bible teaches you reap what you have sown.
Uh-huh.
You reap what you have sown. You can control what you can do, but you can't control the soil, you can't control the weather, you can't control the sunlight, you can't control the rain.
Yeah.
But you can control how much you sow. And ever since I learned that, I understood the importance of sowing well. And that taught me that you alone are responsible for sowing, because if you don't sow, you don't reap. Thou hast reaped what thou hast sown. That's the way I learned it.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. Now, sometimes is it going to rain on your parade? Yes. Sometimes are the worms going to take your seed? Yes, of course. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's about always reacting positively and sowing positive seeds in everything you do. Actions, thoughts, words, everything.
Do you think there's ever a time, let me think how to say this. Do you think there's ever a time where it's appropriate to have a negative reaction to something?
Negative reaction. Now, does that mean you behave negatively? Does that mean you behave in a negative way?
So I think as I'm understanding how you're saying responding positively, like I think you mean
Positively in terms of being constructive.
being
So what do you do
destructive.
is
So is there
always
ever a
going
time
to.
to be destructive?
It's always no. I don't think there's ever a time
Never
to
a
be
time to be
deconstructive.
destructive.
No,
Okay.
never. I think that philosophy has ruined a lot of lives throughout the world. But
Hmm.
if you're all constructive, and when I say constructive in terms of self-esteem, when we all build ourselves, when I say respond positively,
Yeah.
positively refers to building yourself constructively in terms of self-esteem.
Yeah.
So you're always positively building your self-esteem. Now, anytime you do something negative, it hurts your self-esteem.
Yeah.
As a student of psychology, now I don't take psychology, but from the books I've read, anything that destructs your self-esteem or diminishes it is a negative reaction.
Yeah.
But anything that improves your self-esteem is a positive reaction. So that's what I refer to when I say positively responding to your situation.
Do you? So it sounds like you, like when people do something to you, maybe they do something negative to you. You're saying I need to rise above that and be positive.
Oh,
and
I'm
respond
always positive all the time.
Okay.
I deal with every situation with a sense of grace because here's a blueprint I had. Once upon a time, this individual was a child.
Yeah.
And they were a beautiful,
Yeah.
positive child. No one is born evil. I don't believe in that. No.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, this person was a positive child. Now, maybe people are having a bad day.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they're going through something really hard. Maybe they're going through a heartbreak. Some people have bad days, some people have good days. You might just have caught them on a bad day. And I always give them the benefit of doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And since I always attempt to react in a positive manner, I give people no reason to react to me in a negative way.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
if they do, and if I do find someone reacting to me in a negative way, the first question is why.
Okay.
And if I don't know, and if I consciously know I did not do anything to provocate that
Yeah.
reaction, then I just give them the benefit of doubt. They're having a bad day.
What about a situation where they keep treating you negatively, though?
Well, I walk away. I choose to walk away.
What about a situation where someone can't walk away?
I remain silent until I can walk away.
Yeah.
I think silence is key. Silence is a beautiful thing. And people who practice silence at the end of the day have the last laugh on everything.
Yeah.
That's my perspective when it comes to that. Because I've been put under situations where there are a group of people who disrespected me, and people only disrespect you when their self-esteem is low.
Yeah,
That's something
yeah,
I
yeah.
realize. You'll never find a high self-esteem person disrespect you, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Psychologically speaking, it's proven beyond doubt. A person who disrespects you, their self-esteem is low.
Yeah.
Right?
What about I'm just kind of curious. I want to put like a scenario out there and see, because maybe
Yeah,
I'm not
of
understanding.
course,
So
yeah.
like, what if there's someone who is like, there's a guy with like a baseball bat and he's hitting people over the head or whatever, and like so he's like being negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, you can't just walk away. Like, do you think you should do something to stop him? And would that be a negative action? You know?
Well, with my own moral and ethical compass, I would just walk away. See,
Okay.
Call that selfish. Some people view it selfish. Me, I just view it as my own.
Okay.
Just looking out for myself.
Yeah.
Right. If I'll be very honest, if there's a person here with a baseball bat beating everyone, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm like, I don't want to put myself in a situation where that's a possibility.
Okay.
My ethical compass does not allow that to happen. Am I going to risk my life to save someone else's? Absolutely not. Now, people can have their way of perceiving it, interpreting it, but no,
Yeah.
I prioritize myself, my mind, my peace, my body, my
Yeah.
thoughts. I prioritize it. And because I prioritize it, I'm such a positive man. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
if I
yeah.
did not, I would not be too positive.
What if he hit you over the head?
Well, what if he? I don't think I'd allow myself. I would certainly anticipate it and
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
leave.
yeah.
Now, me not anticipating a situation is very rare because I'm very analytical and I'm observant of my surroundings all the time.
Yeah.
Right? But no, I think people choose where they position themselves in life,
Uh-huh.
regardless of what the place, time, or space is. And me, I always choose to position myself in a place where I am very positive and constructive. And most of the time, that's solitude. I'm a man who treasures solitude because I feel there's no one else who thinks the way I do at a frequency or at a vibration, spiritually speaking,
Yeah.
that's as positive as mine. But unless I'm trying to learn, then I position myself in an environment where it's time to learn from someone and just take notes and
Okay.
ask them questions. But I guess it's all about positioning yourself because the question, what if someone hits you with a baseball bat? I don't think that'll ever happen in my life because
Yeah.
I anticipate everything. And me, I walk away. I'm not afraid to walk away from situations that don't build me positively. I'm not afraid to walk away from conversations that don't build me positively. I'm not afraid to walk away from people that build me positively. So
Yeah.
in that scenario, I don't see, in that equation, right? I
Yeah.
don't see myself ever positioning myself
Yeah.
in a place where there's potential for
Do you
me
think
to
there's
have a
anything
negative reaction.
do you think there's anything, so the baseball bat was one example. Do you think there's any kind of like bad action that someone could do that would change your mind that you would think, I need to interfere, like I need to actually be negative
No,
towards this person?
no, not at all. I'm ethical and
So
moral
even if
compass
someone
very.
like, kills someone or something, you'd be like, not my
Not my problem. No, unless it's someone I genuinely love,
yeah,
like
okay.
family. But like even family. So if someone kills my dad, I'm gonna forgive them.
Okay.
I'll forgive them.
Yeah.
Because for me to say you kill my dad, I'm going to kill you, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
At the
That
end of the
stuff
day,
has to stop
at the end of the day,
eventually.
it's about positive reaction. No. For me to
Yeah, yeah,
interfere
yeah.
in someone's life means I am what's the word? I'm going against my equilibrium.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm at peace, I'm at an equilibrium where my mind, my thought, my actions are all aligned in the same manner.
Mm-hmm,
Now, if I have to interfere, you have your own equilibrium that you're operating at. I'm my own. Now, I have to interfere into your equilibrium. Now, what does that do to mine? Now, that changes mine to disequilibrium, and yours is at
Yes.
disequilibrium.
Yeah.
Now, we are at a complete conflict.
Yeah.
So now, I avoid conflicts at all costs.
Yeah.
And if a conflict ever does arise, I deal with it with grace.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. One of the questions he wanted me to ask eventually, let me see if I can get to this question, is, so it sounds like, I think he was trying to say, or maybe, okay, sorry, I'm thinking as I go. What, and I may have asked you this, what experiences led to you believing this? Has it just worked for you? Did you read something?
Yes,
or
of course. I think the Bible is certainly a great book everyone must
the
pick
read
up
what
and
you
read.
sow, that's right, yeah.
Now, when I say read the Bible, this is philosophically speaking, not in terms of faith. This is complete pragmatism, right? It's not about believe in the Holy Trinity now,
Yeah.
right? I'm speaking in terms of philosophy because it's a great book of instruction, great book of wisdom, great book of advice.
Yeah.
And the Bible is a major book, and it's just about reflection. Every time I was silent, I never got into trouble. Every time I decided to walk away, I never got into trouble. One that I always...
Wait, every time you decided to walk away, you never got in trouble, or you did get in
No, I never got into trouble. Every time I walk away,
Yeah.
right? I'm not going to walk away from a positive situation. No.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So every time I walked away, I never got in trouble. Every time I was silent, I never got into trouble.
Yeah.
Every time I did not interfere, I never got into trouble. I mean, I like to stay out of trouble. I don't. I think everyone has their own peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I love my peace of mind. I treasure my peace of mind over many other people.
Mm-hmm.
And since I prioritize myself as number one, I prioritize my well-being over everyone else,
Yep.
including my family.
Mm-hmm.
It has always worked for me, and I've been positive ever since. I don't remember the last time I reacted in a negative manner. I just can't. I think it's, as I said, I have reinvented myself and redesigned every part of myself in such a way that my words, my thoughts, and actions will always have a positive significance.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people, I'd say, are different? Would you say a lot of people act differently than you? I think so. I think some people are more entangled in things, like they get involved in other things.
No, me personally, the last thing I want to do is think about how someone else is living their life.
That's fair.
Right? But unless it's like, it's a relationship that we have, like I'm trying to close a deal, or I'm trying to learn from you. That's the only time I'm trying to really figure out the way you're thinking. But otherwise, unless someone asks me for help explicitly, or for some advice, or requires my assistance,
Yep.
there's no reason for me to think about what they're doing. Me, I'm focused on my goals. I'm focused on my ambitions, my vision, my ideals, and I don't squander my time away thinking about how other people think or how other people are living their life.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own priorities, whether they're consciously or subconsciously aware. But me, I just live my life the way I want to live, and the last thing I'm going to do is think about what another person thinks, unless, of course, I'm required in that particular scenario.
Yeah. What do you think of, like, if someone let's say the baseball bat thing, someone hits you over the head with a baseball bat, and then someone actually helps you. They're like, whoa, dude, stop, and they get rid of that guy. Do you think that person is acting bad because they're actually acting against their own self-interest and helping you? So would you say, don't act like that, don't help me?
Well, again, I can't control what someone else does, and neither am I going to ever command someone else to do something against their own will.
Yeah.
But again, unless I have a family of my own, that's an exception. I'm going to command my family to do what I want, because I built this family with my bare hands and my money and my philosophy. So, other than my family, I'm never ever going to command somebody to do what I want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's someone else, I'll appreciate it. I'll be like, thank you very much for helping me out, and just appreciate it and walk along. But if someone's getting hit with a baseball bat, am I going to help them? I don't want no trouble, so I'll just walk away.
Yeah, you can't help everyone in the world, I guess. Yeah.
It's not about helping everyone. I think it's all about self-interest. Me, I'm a very selfish person that way. although I'm selfish, I never hurt anybody ever.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
going to ask me for help, I'll help you. And me, I'm never ever going to willingly, consciously hurt you,
Yeah,
emotionally or
yeah.
mentally or physically ever. It's not something. I used to be that kind of person when I was a kid, when I was immature, when I did not have the knowledge that I do currently.
Okay.
But as I became more conscious, as I reflected more about myself, the more I got to understand that the most important thing at the end of the day is to be positive wherever you are,
Yeah.
and leave everything you found better than you found it.
Do you think, so you said an exception is family. Do you think, so I'm reading your claim again, I'm always responsible for the actions I take, and responsibility is the ability to respond positively. But it sounds like maybe with the family, there's like a different kind of value system, so you
My
maybe
family, when I
consider
say
different
my
things?
family, my wife, my kids.
Okay.
No, not my parents, no.
Okay,
No,
but the
not my
family
parents,
you
no.
build for yourself.
Family I built
Okay.
with my bare hands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, are you still feeling 100? It sounds like you're still feeling 100% confident then at the end of this. Like as far as this claim, I'm always responsible for the actions.
I think if every individual used this blueprint and outlook, that I need to,
Uh-huh.
or I must, not I need to, I must respond positively in every scenario. Thoughts, words, actions. I'm telling you, the world would be a beautiful place. No wars. Number one, no
Yeah.
wars. Number two, everyone would love working. They
Okay.
love working. And number three, there would be no conflict because everyone's building positively. I believe there'd be no poverty, no hunger, no racism, no discrimination, no wars, no violence against men or women or children, no abuse, no drugs, because everything is positive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Drugs have negative externalities. There's negative right there.
Yeah.
So if everyone has
if-
this outlook,
What if two people want the same thing and there's only one of those things? Like let's say there's only 3 people left alive in the world. There's 2 guys and 1 woman and they're fighting. What if if they're just acting positively, man? One of them's still not going to be happy, right? But I know that's a ridiculous example, but sometimes there's only one of something, you know? How does it work?
now please, I'm sorry. No, forgive me. Please give me the scenario for this. Like what's the agenda behind this?
This is a hypothetical, okay? So the hypothetical is, let's just say there's like a scarce amount. Like it sounds like you value family. So I was thinking you probably, I don't.
Yeah.
Are you married? You're not. Are you married? I don't know how
I'll
old
not
you
say
are.
so.
Okay, I don't know how old you are. You could be married. You could be like, I have 5 kids. Like I don't know.
Oh, I want 10, but five is a good start, I
So
guess.
like if you and another guy are like going for the same woman, like how does that work if you're both acting positively? It may not work out for one of you, right?
I'll kill the man.
Oh.
My woman's my woman. See,
Do you think
unless,
that's positive action though?
yes, of course. See, if it's only me and him left in the world as men, there's no one to stop me. There's no one to stop me. So I
Yeah.
kill him. Boom.
Okay. Okay.
I kill him. I marry the woman. Now, unless the woman loves the other guy, see, the woman loves the other man.
Okay.
I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, I'll live the rest of my life and live it for Jesus.
Yep,
And
yep,
I'm not gonna be married, and I'll be a positive man. No,
Fortunately, that's not going to happen.
no,
anytime soon.
generally,
Yeah,
if there's a woman, there's me and a guy fighting over a woman, and the woman loves the other guy, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Number one, because self-respect is a very important thing. You don't want to
Okay.
be with a woman who does not respect you, who does not desire you,
Yeah.
who does not want you.
But what if it's a situation? What if it's not you? What if it's just 2 guys? Like if it's a situation where acting positively won't get them both the outcome they want. If they want the same thing and there's only one of those things.
Well, if that's the case, now you'll have to act outside, and this would be an exception. You have to act outside self-interest. You have to see, okay, if I'm going to react positively and respond positively, what is it that you want? Now, if you want that more than I do, then of course, please go ahead and take it. But if I want it more than you do, I'll have to reason with the individual, and I'm a very reasonable man, and I'm very honest and integral that way. And I'll tell you, see, man, I really require this right now, and this is the situation I'm under. And now, please tell me if there's anything I can do in return to return the favor. How much money will it take? What
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
do
yeah.
from my side? So in that case, yes, I'll have to react outside my self-interest. But once again, it's just coming to a negotiation and coming to a consensus of, hey, this is exactly what the situation is, and this is what it requires, and please do let me know what I can do for you.
Okay.
And still, if it doesn't abide, bring out the gun. But no, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
joking.
yeah,
I'm joking.
yeah. Cool.
No,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm a very reasonable man that way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
See, if there's a kid behind me, there's one last donut. I know he wants a donut. I'm not gonna take that. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, man, you want a donut?
So like
There you go.
sometimes we should act outside our self-interest. Like it's better to think about other people, I guess. Is kind of
Yes,
what you're saying.
but
There's
when
some
someone's getting in
circumstances.
trouble,
Okay.
I'm always self-interest here.
Okay.
If someone comes around with a gun, no, I'm bouncing. I'm leaving. No.
Okay.
I don't want to be in sight. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
thinking about other people's safety. I'm not thinking about no one else's safety. I'm thinking only about myself.
Okay.
But I love myself. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, Thank you. Can you think of anything to add to that as far
Oh,
as questions?
well, I'll give you two last questions. Two last questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Ask me any questions you want.
No, two last questions for me.
Oh,
Do you have a way to tell if your claim is not true?
Do I have a way to tell? Well, it has worked for me 100% of the time. There's not a single time where it did not work, where I reacted positively and I found myself in a negative scenario ever.
Your claim is that you're responsible.
You are always responsible for your
the
thoughts, your
actions I
words,
take,
and
yeah.
actions.
So do you have a way to tell if that's not true?
I have a way to validate that is true. I have a certain way to validate that is true. And a great way is your physique. Right? I told someone, see, man, you want to improve your physique in 1 month, this is what you do. Show up every single day. These are thoughts you must have, and these are the actions you must take, positively, of course. The diet should be on point, your workout routine should be on point, and you must be consistent for 31 days. I shared this with 3 people. I even have the receipts. Oh, wait, my phone's dead. But I even have the receipts, and all 3 of them, fantastic results.
Can I just... I'm not sure if I stated the question accurately.
Yeah, you're not structured the right
Do you have a
way?
way to tell if it's not true? It sounds like you're telling us reasons.
Why it is
that you
true.
think it
Do
is
you have a
true.
reason why it's
Do you
not?
have a way to tell if that claim was not true?
I don't have a counterclaim if that's what you're asking now. I do not have a counterclaim. As I mentioned, I brainwashed myself. Into always being a positive man and reacting with grace, with positivity, with a sense of optimism. Now, I'm not saying you have to be delusional,
So
but optimistic.
how confident should we be in claims that we cannot tell if it's not true?
How confident must you be if if it works for you, you should have at least a 50%, I mean more than 50% you should be confident. Because if it works for you all the time, at least around 70%, 80%, that's the way I would deal with it personally. But if it's below that number where it does not work all the time, then you know, okay, it's not true. If someone tells me smoking cigars and drinking beer is going to reduce your body weight, and I know it does not work, it's not true. So, but if someone,
We have a way to tell if that's not true.
yeah, you have a way to tell that's not true, yes.
And
And for me, is there a way to tell the way I'm thinking is not true? No, not at all, because it's factually proven, spiritually it's proven, psychologically it's proven. You see, psychologically it's proven, factually it's proven, and through personal experience it's proven, through other people's experiences it's proven. Michael Jordan I mentioned, Novak Djokovic I mentioned, and all of them mention the same thing. Take control of your mind, your habits, your thoughts, your actions, your words, and be positive all the time. They not say curse, they not say beat someone up, they not say be negative, they not say doubt yourself. They always mention the importance of self-belief, the importance of positive actions, constructive habits, constructive beliefs. And
just to summarize,
so there are other examples other than myself.
hang on, I just want to make sure that I understand this correctly. To summarize, you're saying that you're 100% confident in a claim that you cannot tell if you were wrong.
It's not wrong is what I'm saying. There's no possibility for it to be
You have
wrong.
no way to tell if you're wrong, though, right? Is that what you said?
Now could you give me a mathematical example so that way I can understand what you're saying? So just give me a mathematical example. So tell me there's no way I can prove 2 + 2 is not equal to 4. Is that what you're saying?
If you had no way to tell if 2 + 2 was not 4, how confident should you be that 2 + 2 is 4?
Very confident because they're axioms. And it is an axiom that 1 + 1 is equal to 2. It's arithmetic. Now mathematics
So the claim that you are always responsible
is an
the actions
axiom.
you take is an axiom.
Is an axiom, yes. There you go.
Okay. So can some axioms be false?
No, not at all. But again, this particular axiom, when it comes to factual data, I don't really know how I can prove it, but through my experience, it has worked 100% of the time. It has worked for Michael Jordan, Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer, and so many other people I look up to. And the Bible also mentions the same thing.
What would an example be that it did not work?
I would say it's impossible. In terms of probability, it is beyond impossible that it does not work.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
cool. Thank you. That was really interesting. Thanks for, now was it good enough to learn your age?
Beautiful. 18.
18? I was closest.
Yeah. I manipulated you into thinking I was closer.
Thank you, Andy. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for stopping and participating.
Yeah, so where can I find the YouTube channel?